Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Okay. Alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to another session here of the Sunnahfollowers Tawheed class. And for the Tawheed class, we are seeing the names of Allah, the names of Allah. And today we have one of Allah's names to explore and break down. And let me put that name on the screen for today so everyone can see it. And the name for today is, and I did post it up earlier for you guys to work on. The name for today is AS-SAMEE. 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 That's an ayn at the end. AS-SAMEE. 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 Which means the all-hearing. The all-hearing. What does AS-SAMEE mean in English? AS-SAMEE means in English, the all-hearing. And so what we're going to do is, first of all, look up the meaning of all-hearing. And in this case, try to look up take both words together. Go to dictionary.com. and try to take both words together. All hearing. Try to take them both together and tell me what you come up with. Anyone? Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
okay,
yes.
Okay, so I am logged in and I know I'm using a bad connection. Okay, what does it mean to be all hearing? All hearing.
Got my little dictionary thing.
Yes, all hearing. And you guys can go to dictionary.com. Remember too, all hearing. See if you can get a meaning of both words together.
All right. My little connection is poor on my end too.
I switched to my cell phone connection, so I'm hoping that's better. People on Facebook, Latifah's not the only one here. Come on, what is this? This is easy. This is the easy part.
I mean, it's not on the dictionary old hearing, so I think I should do just
Okay,
hearing.
then go look up hearing. Come on, guys. People on Facebook.
The one who has the ability to hear all sounds?
Is that coming
Or
out of
the
dictionary,
power?
or is that you making it up? Is that you making up something, or a dictionary?
That's part of the dictionary, and then I put the one as myself.
Okay, that hears all
I added-
sounds. Okay. Anybody else? That's a good meaning. Anybody else?
That's the Macmillan Dictionary.
It said
Okay.
the faculty or sense by which sound is perceived.
Okay, so we can just make this short. The one who can hear everything. The one who hears, not can, but he actually does do it. The one who hears everything. All hearing. The one who hears everything. All sounds, which means everything. Okay. I see the meaning. The one who hears, the one who hears all sounds. So now that we understand the meaning, AS-SAMEE, okay, AS-SAMEE. Since we now understand the meaning of that, give me an example as to how Allah shows us every day that He is SAMEE, that He is the one who hears everything. So how does Allah show this to us? Now, this should not be hard, guys. How does Allah show us that He, or proves to us every day that He hears everything? Anyone, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm lagging, so whoever it was, just go ahead. Try to go.
Allah answers your prayers and your doings.
Okay. He hears. Oh, wait a minute. He shows us that He hears our supplication by answering them. That's how He shows us that He hears our supplication. He proves to us every day that He hears our supplications by the fact that He answers them. Good job. Anyone else with another example as to how Allah shows us that He is the all-hearing, that He hears all sounds. He hears everything.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah is the one who hears our pain and He can heal it.
So how would you word that as proof that Allah shows us that He hears all things? By dropping a pin? Come on, make it but better than that. That's not really a good one. Okay, for the first one, Allah answers our supplications. This proves He hears all things. Give me another proof, Awa. That's not a proof. Something that He does that you can see, that you can feel, you can taste, that you know for a fact is proof that He hears all things. A pen, how do you know Allah hears a pen? If I drop the pen right now, how do you know
No.
Allah? I heard
No,
it.
not a pen, not my pen, like the pain that you have in your heart.
Okay, how do you know that Allah hears a pen?
By healing it, like by
What I'm
relief
saying.
it, by, okay.
No, you see how your answer doesn't make sense?
Yeah,
We
I
want
understand.
proof that Allah hears all things. You don't know if Allah hears a pen if it falls. Okay, but we know He answers our supplications you know he hears our applications because he answers them. If our people want to get me out, don't I come out of debt real quick? So that proves that he heard my supplication. If you dropped a pen, how do you know Allah heard it? Ain't nobody heard it but you. That you can prove. So somebody give me something we can prove. Remember, the first part is proving how Allah proves to us that he is what he is. Anybody else? This is easy. Rick, good job with the supplication.
Assalamualaikum.
Go ahead.
Allah hears us no matter what language we speak.
That has nothing to do with anything. Does that fall in the category of supplication, or is that something, or is that a different category?
I think probably goes on to supplication.
Say what?
Allah hears the wrongdoing of others towards you and punish them.
What? How do you have? What's your proof? You have to prove. How does Allah prove this stuff to us? Allah proves that he hears our prayers by answering them.
I said that one.
How do you give me proof that Allah hears? I can think about 3 things right now, just off the top of my head. I'm sitting here playing on my phone. Go ahead. Walaikum salam.
The fact that some of our prayers, some are said loud and the other ones are silent.
Okay, let me hold on, guys. Let me make this quick and easy. Y'all don't want to repeat answers. You already said supplication. Supplication is another name for prayer. It's another name for talk. So don't repeat supplication no more. Come on, there's other ways Allah proves to us that he hears all things besides prayer. So no more answers dealing with prayer. Y'all already got prayer. What's another one? Yeah, you have to think, ponder. That's what it means to ponder. You have to think without repeating yourself in using different synonyms.
Allah hears the cries of the animals by providing them.
How do you know that?
Day and night.
How do you know Allah hears the cry of the animal? What did Allah do to prove that to you?
He provides them with food and drink every day.
How do you even know that the animal is crying for it? Whose computer is that? Whoever's on microphone, get off mic with your computer making that noise. Come on, guys, think. How does Allah prove to us that he hears all things? I'm surprised y'all can't get past. The supplication was great because he answers it. I mean, the prayers, help them out. Proof that Allah hears everything. Think of Allah's other names, y'all. Think of some of the other names.
Some make them. I want to try.
Of Allah, that is proof that he hears it. Go ahead.
Okay, Allah hears danger coming your way so he can prevent it.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm trying to figure out how you can word that better. That's proof that you know Allah heard the danger. How do you know that Allah heard the danger? What did he do to prove to you that he heard danger? You're on the right track, but you got to make it real, because there's people that don't believe in God at all. If you were talking to a person who don't believe in God, they're going to tell you what's proof that God heard about danger. What did he do to prove you he heard danger? You have to know how to express yourselves better, but you're on the right path. Just reword it better.
Okay. Allah heard the danger coming your way. So what about maybe he sent the angels to protect you, or I don't know.
Okay.
So he sent his angels down to guard you, or stop
the
it.
Fact that people, let's see, I'm gonna make this better too. Hold on, I gotta reword it too. The fact that a person can feel that something is about to happen and move from away from harm. That's what you're trying to say, but you got to break it down. This is proof that Allah hears all, even before we do. Okay, you walking down the street, a train's, you just feel to move out the way of a train. You didn't hear the train, but you knew to move. Allah calls you to move. Okay, the fact that Allah causes us to move. Allah causes you to move out of the way of harm. That's a proof that Allah hears all, even before we do. Good job, Precious. Somebody else? Anybody else?
Assalamu alaikum. Let me try.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to shop. I'm doing three things.
Well, this might be the supplication line. That may be in the supplication line.
If it has to do with prayer?
No. I was trying to say when one is being when that may be when a person's being abused and they don't realize they're being abused, Allah somehow hears them, but that could be a supplication.
That's all supplication.
Yeah, that's supplication. Okay. That's
anybody else besides supplication and moving out of the way of harm? Walaikum salam.
I'm going to try this one. I was going to say, what about how Allah is like all aware of our thoughts? He doesn't hold us accountable for what we think.
Thank you. Very easy. The fact that Allah hears your thoughts, even though you don't speak them out loud. You don't express them. Good job. One more. Allah hears your thoughts, even though you don't express them out loud. Even though you don't verbalize them.
I want to try
vocalize them. Oh, here it is. I just thought of a good one right now. Go ahead.
I lost what I was going to say. Okay. The believer advances because Allah hears them trying to gain more knowledge.
No. I just thought of something. I wrote the word vocalize and something just clicked in my head real quick. That's so obvious.
We don't hear the universe crying. I mean, is that
okay? Nope. That's silly. Nope. Okay. Silly. Okay, how about this? Walaikum salam. Hurry up. Go ahead. You got another class.
Allah knows our fears.
Okay, this ain't about Allah. It's the all-knowing. That's a different name. We're talking about Allah is the one who hears, not knows.
Okay.
Okay, what about this? Allah can hear a deaf person who can't even speak. Y'all didn't even think of that? Allah can hear even a person that is deaf, even someone that is deaf, or like somebody said, the animals. Allah can hear what's going on with the animals. Allah can hear even a deaf person. What you call it? The person that can't talk. What's that called? Mute. Mute person.
Mute. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 right there. Allah answers. Allah is AS-SAMEE. 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 What does that mean? Allah is the all-hearing. He's the one who hears everything, all sounds. What's the proof? Well, he answers our supplication. The fact that our supplications get heard and get answered, that proves he hears all things. Also, the fact that you move, to move out of the way of harm. That's a proof that Allah can hear what's coming behind you or before you, even when you don't. Let me put that down. Allah hears what's behind and in front of you, even though you don't. Okay, also Allah hears your thoughts, even though you don't vocalize them. And also the fact that Allah can hear even a mute person. Those are all proofs that Allah is AS-SAMEE, 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 which means the one who is all hearing. Okay, so now that you guys came up with those 4 examples, how to incorporate these things, these as attributes for ourselves. Okay, so how can we incorporate these 4 examples as attributes for ourselves?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let me go with the supplication first, which proves Allah hears all things. We make bad choices, and when we make choices, we don't always know that they are good or bad for us. And once we realize that they're bad for us, and we ask Allah to.
Okay, that has nothing to do. You're just giving a story about something that has nothing to do with this. Remember, just get to the point. Give me how to incorporate. It's not about all that. It's just can you incorporate the fact that Allah hears your supplication into yourself? Wait, and by the way, I can now see on Facebook. Facebook had some really good answers. Norto, Allah hears the praises of the animals day and night. That was good, Norto. Isra came up with how Allah can hear the deaf. Good job, Isra. Sakina, I love this answer. Sakina said Allah hears the oppressors, even when we cannot. Allah hears an oppressor even when we cannot. Good job, Sakina. I wish I had seen you. I would have put that up there. That was one of my answers. Okay, but I'm lagging. I'm on a hotel and it's so slow. Good job, Sakina. Good job, Isra. Good job, Norto. Okay, so what the 4 that we have here are your supplications to move out of the way of harm. In other words, Allah can hear what's behind you and in front of you. Also, Allah hears our thoughts, even though we don't vocalize them, and he can even hear a mute person. How can we incorporate those? And this ain't a book, Anissa. Just say, for example, I can incorporate a supplication by blah, blah, blah. And that's it. It ain't about no story, no song and dance.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
For the first one, since I know that Allah hears all of our supplications, I will make a supplication and wait for him to answer.
There you go. See how simple that was, Anissa? That's it. That's all you say. It ain't about no book and no story and no sob story. It's just, we can, since Allah hears our calls to him, when we do invoke him, say the rest of what you said, whoever that was. Finish it. I'm typing it. Go ahead.
I will wait for him to answer because I know he already heard me.
We will wait patiently. Good job. Who is that? Who was that that gave that answer?
Israel.
Well, that's what I thought. Good job. You're redeeming yourself from yesterday. Good job. Good job. Hold on. And by the way, guys, I asked for delivery for food. I'm waiting to see. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's not my phone. That's somebody else's phone in here. These kids are swimming. Thank God ain't nobody in here, but they left everybody got a cell phone. Even 6-year-old kids have cell phones now and they all beeping, making me anxious. Okay, so good job, Isra. So look at how she answered that, Anissa. Since Allah hears our calls to him, when we do invoke him, we will wait patiently for his answer. See how she just said that? Nutshell. It ain't about no story about some made up story. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Anybody else? Oh God, don't let those be those kids coming in here. Lord have mercy.
With Miss Layla, with Allah causes you to move out of the way of harm. For that, I would say, you know, Allah causes you to move away from harm. With this, I know no one or anything can harm me without his permission.
Good job. Hold on. So what? Okay, where they at? Hold on. What's wrong? Y'all done swimming already?
Yeah, been an hour.
Okay, but let me tell y'all something. I'm doing a class, so that means I can't have no talking, no arguing, no noise. Lord have mercy. Jay, why didn't you keep them down there until I was done? You ain't been no hour. Hey, put that back. Didn't your mother say no candy? Put that back. Y'all got to stop eating. You get out of here. I'm gonna tell Grandma Sauter on you. Come in here eating. Ooh. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Get my anxiety together. Okay, Anorto, since Allah hears our calls to him, when we do invoke him, we will wait patiently for his answer. And give me the other one again. And you know my anxiety, so you have to repeat again.
Okay. Since Allah causes you to move out of the way of harm, with that, how I incorporate this would be, I know no one or any harm cannot come to me without the permission of Allah.
Good job. We know that no harm if you don't listen to her, I'm gonna have Grandma Sauter come on this Zoom room. You want me to get Grandma Sauter in here? Okay, then. Okay, we know that no harm will come to us. Finish it, say it again. Norto, repeat
We
it.
know that no harm will come to us without his permission, so I won't worry about what others do to me.
Without the permission of Allah. Good job. So we trust in him and fear no one but him. Good job. Okay, anyone else? Good job, Norto.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Since Allah hears our thoughts, we should try our best not to act upon them so that he doesn't hold us accountable.
Okay, since Allah hears our thoughts, say that again. That was beautiful. Say it again.
Since he hears our thoughts, we should try our best not to act upon them so he doesn't hold us accountable.
Not act upon the bad ones we have. Good job. Okay, next, go ahead. Good job, guys.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I was gonna speak on oppression, since we know that Allah hears the person that's being oppressed. We should not let our oppression lead us to despair.
Yeah, but we didn't put that one up there. That was a good one from Sakina that I didn't see until the end. In fact, let me log back in Facebook so I can see what they writing. My connection is so, oh, look at this. Look what we got on here. Facebook, oh my God. Zarina says, since the law is all hearing, we must watch our tongues. Okay, Serena, remember, you done forgot how to do this. You have to use the 4 examples up there. Sister Zarina, you can only use the 4 examples up there. You can't make up your own thing. You made up your own thing, Zarina, so yours doesn't count. Okay, that's not how we do this. You don't sit there and think it's all hearing, so I'm gonna make up my own little thing. No, you can't do that. Isra, if something bad happens, I will not blame it on myself and say if only, good job, Isra. Look what Isra got. Israel, that's a good one too. Also, if something bad should happen to us, we never say, if only we hadn't, good job, Israel, done this or that, but instead, good job, be in acceptance of Allah's decree. Good job, Israel. Okay, let's see what else on Facebook. I'm sorry I'm lagging. These are good answers. Nasta Ho, what do you mean, is there a Layla? I don't know what you mean by is there a Layla. Okay, Sarah says, since Allah hears our thoughts, even we don't vocalize them. Be mindful of what we think. Exactly, to not put our thoughts in action. Good job. Also, we live, good job, Facebook, our lives being mindful of the bad thoughts we have. Assuring that we do not put them in action. Good job, Sarah. Look at the Facebook people today. Israel. Since Allah, good job, Israel. You really on this name. Since Allah hears all of our thoughts, we do not have to scream them out to him. Just submit and speak to him. Good job, Israel. In a dignified manner. Remember, the prophet got on the companions for that. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam got on the companions for yelling to Allah, speaking out loud when there's supplications. He told them, when you call upon Allah, you don't have to scream. You don't have to yell when you're alone. Just talk to him in private. Move your tongue. He knows what's in your heart. He knows what's in your mind. He knows what you want to say to him. You don't have to yell at him like that. Good job. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. You guys see these answers? Let's read them to see what we come up with. Okay. Allah, he is AS-SAMEE, AS-SAMEE, AS-SAMEE. He is the one who hears everything. He shows us this every day by answering our supplications. Also, by hearing what's in front of us and behind us. Also, he can hear our thoughts even when we don't vocalize them. And he can even hear a person who is mute. So how can we incorporate these examples of Allah and his AS-SAMEE as attributes for ourselves? Well, since Allah hears our calls to him, we do not invoke. Well, since Allah hears our calls to him, when we do invoke him, we will wait patiently for his answer. We know that no harm will come to us without the permission of Allah. So we trust in him and fear no one but him. And since Allah hears our thoughts, we will try our best to not act upon the bad ones we have. Also, if something bad should happen to us, we never say, if only we hadn't done this or that. Instead, we be in acceptance of Allah's decree. We also live our lives being mindful of the bad thoughts we have, assuring that we do not put them into action. And since he hears all of our thoughts, we do not have to scream them out to him. Simply submit and speak to him in a dignified manner. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Sister Israel, Sister Norto, Sister Sarah, Sister Mayliun, MashaAllah. Look how y'all held that down. Look at how y'all held that down. Does everybody understand that? What do you guys think of this breakdown? Sister Nasta Ho, what do you mean? Are we really on this name? I don't understand that. What do you mean? Okay, any questions about that? This was excellent. And now, sister, for everybody else, I want y'all to understand something. The way I am teaching you the meaning of Allah's names, this is the way the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught the companions how to understand the meaning of Allah's names. Now you can go to some other website, some other chat room, listen to other people say, oh, Allah is the all-hearing, so he hears everything. He hears everything. So I'm going to make sure that whatever I say is this and that. That's not it. No. You got to break that name down just like you guys did. You know, the way that the Prophet taught the companions is he would ask them, what proves? Because remember, he was dealing with people who were pagans, who didn't believe in a God at all. What proofs do we have that Allah truly does hear everything? Well, he hears, I got that new car I prayed for. Well, Allah had to hear it in order to give it to you. Well, you know, that's how he taught. He didn't say, now you know what the word hearing means, so I'm going to listen and watch what I say out of my mouth. And ooh, ooh, ooh. That's not it. And then whatever examples you guys give as the proofs, what the Prophet taught us then is to take those examples he taught the companions. Now, how can you apply them to yourself and make them attributes of you? Since Allah does hear the supplicant when he supplicates, how can you incorporate that? And they would think just like you guys did, and they would come up with their answers just like you guys did. Well, I'll be patient. Since I know that Allah answers, he hears the supplications. And he not only hears them, but he'll answer them. So I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to sit there and rush my supplication or invalidate. I'm going to be patient and wait for his response. Okay, then the Prophet would ask them again, give me another example as to how Allah proves to us. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all can't come in and out of here when I'm teaching. Oh, the groceries. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, put this. Yeah, you can do it quietly. Okay, like he would say, you know, how Allah it hears what's in front of us. Allah hears what's behind us, even when we don't hear them. You know, the Prophet would ask the companions, now, how would you incorporate that to yourself? First of all, how do you know he does this? Well, we were fighting the battle of Badr. We didn't know that Abu Sufyan had come up from the back, but he did. Allah heard him, and Allah warned us of it. Okay, so how can you incorporate to yourself? Well, since we know that Allah hears what's in front of us, and since Allah hears what's behind us, we don't have to live in fear. We know that nothing will happen to us unless Allah allows it. Just like Abu Sufyan did nothing to us. Do you guys get it? So this is the way the Prophet Muhammad taught these names. And that's the way I'm teaching them to you. You understand? The best understanding of Islam is the understanding of those companions, because they were the best of this nation. They had stronger faith than anyone. Does everybody understand that? So I don't want you guys to come in here putting your own answers. You take whatever we give here, whatever answers the people come up here as a group, you incorporate it. Because you never know when you find yourself in a situation similar to somebody else here, and you want to be able to handle yourself. Everybody understand that? Everybody understand that? Okay, any questions or comments? What was that, baby? Ice? No, that was the peas. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make some tuna helper for y'all. Okay, any other questions?
Alaikum, Layla.
Alaikum salam. You know what you can
Can
do?
you
Just
put the one from yesterday up for me because I was gone all yesterday and I didn't get a chance
Yeah,
to get in
because I'm gonna cook
class.
that for you guys. Okay, yeah, let me hold this up too. Yeah, I'm gonna cook that for y'all after the class. So yesterday let's read yesterday's and today's together. Again, when you're going through the trials of life, guys, you read the names, the meaning of Allah's names, and you will find strength. Yesterday, we talked about how Allah is El-Mud, 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 which is the dishonorer, the one who humiliates. And let's look at what you guys came up with yesterday and compare it to what we have today. Well, since we know that Allah, yeah, in the freezer, that Allah is the one who dishonors. Okay, we know that Allah is the one who dishonors, that Allah is the one who brings about humiliation. Then we know that it is He that causes others to love or hate us. So we will do everything in our power to earn the love of Allah and not the love of the people. Also, the fact that we know Allah is the one who exposes sins, we in turn will work hard to repent as quickly as possible and not fall victim to continuous sinning. And also, for every bit of knowledge we gain about Allah and His deen, we apply it and put it into action. And when Allah sends trials or tests to us, instead of questioning or panicking, we will self-evaluate and repent from any wrongdoing. And when times are good, we still remember Allah and we praise and thank Him for the good He has given us, so as He will continue to bless us even when times are bad. And since Allah is the one who causes others to love or hate us, we want to assure that our love and our hate for others is for His sake and not on a personal level. And when we do good deeds, we assure that our intentions are to please Allah alone. We also make sure that our income is from lawful sources. We also know that since Allah can dishonor us by removing His blessings, we accept His decree in all matters and know that His decree in all matters is deserving. We live each day of our lives enjoining the good and forbidding the evil as a means of preventing the wrath of Allah. And this is what we came up with yesterday. The one who causes shame and disgrace to others. We talked about how Allah proves that He's the one that can dishonor. He's the one that can humiliate to us by exposing our sins, by exposing and discrediting us. Also by causing the people to hate you or you to even hate yourself. And also the fact that He sends punishment and wrath and He doesn't always accept our good deeds. And the fact that He is the one that takes away the blessings from us. All of that is El-Muzdil, the dishonorer, the humiliator. And that was from yesterday. And today, Allah is AS-SAMEE. AS-SAMEE, the one who hears everything. He proves this to us by answering our supplications. Also by hearing what's in front and behind us. Also by hearing our thoughts, even though we don't vocalize them. And how He can even hear a mute person. So, since He hears our calls to Him, when we do call upon Him, we will wait patiently for His answer. And we know that no harm will ever come to us without His permission. So we trust in Him and fear no one except Him. And since He hears our thoughts, we will try our best to not act upon the bad ones. Also, if something bad should happen to us, we never say, if only we hadn't done this, but instead we accept the decree of Allah. We also live our lives being mindful of our bad thoughts, mindful to not put them into action. And since Allah hears all of our thoughts, we do not have to scream them out to Him. We simply submit and speak to Him in a dignified manner. MashaAllah. What do you guys think about that? Those two names, just those two names. And we've done so many. We've done 26 names. Imagine how that sounds if we were to sit here and read all 26 of those names. MashaAllah. You guys did a good job. Okay, we're going to close up here for today because we have another class in about 10 minutes. I want you guys to stick around we have the Surat al-Hujurat, understanding Surat al-Hujurat with my cousin Mukhtar. He's going to speak about how we should live together, you know, as brothers and sisters in faith, as established by Allah in that surah. So I'm going to close up here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. For those of you on Facebook, I'm getting ready to log off, but I'll be logging back in for Brother Mukhtar's class, okay?